Welcome back, and we're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for the afternoon, engineer Amany Shennawy, member of Civil Society and International Service Organization. It's a very good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for your time. And let me start by asking you about the recent developments with regards to the second phase of the Decent Life Initiative. Now, the government has allocated £150 billion for the second phase of this initiative for the fiscal year 2024-25. Could you tell us a bit how you do evaluate some of the achievements of this initiative since it started, ma'am?
The presidential initiative Hayya Karima that started in the year 2019 is a very intelligent initiative that serves the most needy citizens, and then followed by the less needy and the less needy, until we don't have any needy people anymore. It's called in Arabic Hayya Karima, and this means decent life.
Yes.
So it is achieving decent life for every Egyptian. Starting from the homes they are living in, to the water connections, which is a right for everyone to have in his house, to the education, health, and all the issues that concern the Egyptian citizen, including his or her economical development and having a good vocational service and good careers.
Indeed. Now, could you tell us a bit about the fields that you see, are needed and are being prioritized during the second phase of this initiative, ma'am?
All the priority goes to the decent life of Egyptians, the equity between people, the women empowerment, the youth empowerment, because we are a youthful country, so we are taking care of the youth as we are taking care of the elder people and their health and all the issues that they might need for living. The future of Egypt is very important, so the youth are very important here to have better education,
yes,
better health, and this makes the development more reliable and more easily achieved for Egypt. Having youth in good health and having good education, good in a very good way of vocational service, and achieving good in their career, this makes the bright future of Egypt that we are looking for.
Indeed, Engineer Amany, now the initiative also aims to provide an integrated package of services, as you said, health and education, etc., as well as social and living conditions, to have a multifaceted approach to development in these different areas. How do you see this kind of integrated package and dealing with these services in an integrated manner?
As you said, it is integrated, and it has to go all in parallel for serving the citizen. So having a citizen with good health, good education, and good vocationally vocationally trained makes a good employee, a good worker who gives to his work, and this makes more development to the country. So going in parallel in all directions, having people having decent life. We have people who are transferred from pathetic conditions of living to living in good areas and having great areas, big areas that are innovated and being made decent for them to live in. This will make them better producers, and production is the main keyword that makes the countries develop and have better economy.
Absolutely. Now, Engineer Amany, regarding the 17% of the Egyptian population which is residing in about 1,500 rural villages, which have benefited from the Decent Life Initiative over the last 3 years or so at a cost of 350 billion Egyptian pounds. How far do you see the initiative has enhanced these citizens' quality of life? For example, if we were to discuss infrastructural developments, if we were to discuss health, medical convoys, social dialogue sessions for residents, etc., etc.
This is the main topic that Hayat Karima or Decent Life goes around, that's serving the more needy people. The very first stage of the first phase of Hayat Karima started with the rural areas and of especially Upper Egypt. Upper Egypt, unfortunately, was neglected for years and years before the Hayat Karima started, and before the state started taking care of the Upper Egypt area, which is a very important area for us. Now you are having new cities that the state developed and built, like New Asyut, New Minya, and every city in the Upper Egypt is having a new city in nearby that is having industrial area, job opportunities for people, and decent life for people living there. The very poor villages and the very far villages in the rural area were taken care of through developing or building new medical centers, having education implemented in the small villages, taking care that the water is connected to the villages and the health issues are helped. And people also have internet connections in the rural areas now, so they can work online. It's very important to have people in the rural areas working online. We're having a network that serves Egypt and is a very fast and secure network. And this is one of our developments that make the country becomes better.
Let me ask you, with regards to the Decent Life Initiative, one of its main aims is to improve infrastructure and facilities, as well as provide decent housing for the underprivileged, as well as create job opportunities. How important do you see this aim of this initiative?
The main aim of the initiative is decent life. So having a good plan and a strategic planning of how Egypt has to be in the incoming years was the main first step that we are planning for the year 2030 and how we want our country to be. And this was very specifically and very correctly made in order to have our plans are the same as the United Nations plans and even more strict in having equity, women empowerment. We are having the women are half the society, and the Egyptian women are strong women, very independent, and they are well educated. We are having our rights since years, since the Pharaonic era, and now we are having more rights and more empowerment. So you're having half the society is a potential of the workforce in Egypt. So this is very important, empowering the youth and giving them the new education that they will need, how to use the internet, how to have e-marketing, and how to sell their goods if they are producing goods or working in the field of marketing. This is very important, and also having the new cities all over Egypt. At the time, we were living around the Nile and the Delta. Now Egypt is, people are well distributed in a very good way all over Egypt, with having all those new cities all over. This is very important to have development, that you have people well distributed on your land.
Absolutely.
So the development is going on in everywhere in Egypt.
Indeed. On that note, I'd like to thank you very, very much, Engineer Amany Shennawy, member of Civil Society International Service Organization. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time and your insight. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to a short break and we'll be back for more. Do stay tuned.